I'm here with Cora Rhode to preview the cheer season here at Concordia, which as we record this, first official competition is only a couple days away. I just wanted to start off with a little bit of background about you and how you found your way to Concordia. You're from Morgan, Colorado, correct? How did Concordia come on your radar in high school, and what were some of the factors that brought you here?
Yeah, so Concordia was initially somewhere I wanted to go because it's a Lutheran college, and that's what really drew me here. And then it was just kind of the cherry on top that I got to do cheer and tennis once I got here, and that was an amazing experience. And now I'm just in cheerleading, and I love it, and that's a really great thing that I've been doing here.
And cheer and dance are sports that evolved in the NAI and have been official national championship sports now for a few years. What do you enjoy about just the competition side of it rather than just being part of a football or a basketball game?
Yeah, definitely. So I would say I'm a competitive person, and so being able to do the competitions, you really get to hone in on those competitive things that otherwise we wouldn't be able to, just sidelining. And so I love the atmosphere of just being with your team and all putting forth all your effort for 3 minutes on the mat, and it's just an amazing experience.
Maybe some people have had a chance to see those competitions here in the arena or whatever, but maybe don't understand what it takes and what all goes into getting ready for one of those. How do you put into words kind of the work that it takes to really get that choreography down and be ready for a competition?
Yeah, definitely. So cheer, I think a lot of people just see us as the girls who stand on the sidelines, but our competitions are much different. I mean, when it comes to stunting and things like that, you have to have so much trust with your teammates that they're going to catch you if you fall, that everyone's supporting each other to get those stunts up. And so when we prepare for competition season, a lot goes into it mentally as well as physically. We have to be in pretty good shape because that choreography is high intensity, and we're throwing people, we're catching people, we're dancing, jumping, all of that in a short amount of time. So it takes a lot of stamina and a lot of cardio skills to be able to get through a routine. And so when we start off preparing for the season, we really want to make sure that we're strong and getting in the weight room and things like that. And so.
Well, Coach Mazur's been here kind of during that evolution of, like we talked about, of cheer and dance, where it's become more of a competitive thing. How have you maybe seen the program grow during your time here? I know when you first started, I think it was just kind of trying to get the hang of everything for everybody at that point.
Yeah, definitely. I think a big change I've seen since my freshman year is just the athleticism of the team. I mean, when we go out and do stuff, we're doing advanced stunts that we wouldn't have even attempted my freshman year, and I think that really speaks to the evolution in how Coach Mazur has done with building us up into being an athletic team.
I was going to ask about that too, how things have maybe changed in terms of the routines you've done, but how much do you have maybe input into that a little bit as someone who's a captain? I mean, do you talk to coach about, hey, we want to do this, or we want this type of music to play? I mean, how does that work?
I mean, we get to give her a few ideas, but mostly she just takes it and runs and does her own thing, and coach is really good at putting together routines that make us look the best we possibly can. So
getting away from cheer a little bit with this, but what have you enjoyed most about living in Nebraska and being part of the community at Concordia?
I love how personable and like a family it is. I mean, professors know your name and they see you on campus and they wave and they talk to you, and I just love that it's such a community and it's so close knit, no matter athletes, not athletes, like everyone's just a big family. So.
And how about just the cheer team in general? What's the most fun aspect of being a part of this team?
We're all really close, I think, and it shows that we hang out with each other outside of practice as much as we would during practice or during games and stuff. Like, we're all friends, and that's really awesome.
I've talked to other teams about, obviously, this whole school year circumstances have been different. How has just some of the protocols you've had to follow, how has that made things different, and how have you kind of worked through some of those challenges as a team?
Yeah, definitely. So I think one of the biggest things is now with the protocols, and then they're limiting people at basketball games, we're not allowed to sideline, and that's kind of hard for us because that's a big part of cheer, as almost as big as competition is. And so with COVID, we're not able to do a lot of the things that we usually do in the past. But as far as like practicing with masks and being safe in that regard, I think the team is doing really well with following all those guidelines and being good sports about it. So.
The last thing I have for you, senior, hopefully I've got this right, business administration, is that still your major? Okay.
Yes.
Maybe you're not thinking too much about what's after graduation, but what do you kind of hope will be the next step for you along those lines?
Yeah, so I'm hoping to pursue my MBA from Concordia, and so go 2 more years and get that degree on top of this one. And then we'll see where that leads me as far as jobs and stuff like that go. So.